Oi! What are you doing out here? You can't be here right now. Didn't you see the signs on the hiking trail? This is private land. Go back to whatever tourist joint you crawled here from. I don't care if you're lost. Retrace your steps and you'll be fine. Go on, get out of here. I don't have time to deal with you. I've got to stop Bobbin C before she escapes and destroys the mainland. You know, Bobbin C. Ancient vampire, untold evil. Not to mention the lassie has one hell of a temper. I don't have time to explain this to you. Go on, get! Bloody tourists. Is that? Oh shit, not here, not now. Oi, tourist! Stay away from that thing. No, it's not just a horse. It's a bloody kelpie. Don't get too close. It'll drag you into the water. Are you listening to me? Oh, for God's sake, they're under the spell already. How weak-willed are these bloody tourists nowadays? Right, listen to me before you get yourself hurt. Wait, don't climb on its back, that's what it wants! Wait! Hi everyone, it's Pebble. I'm sorry to disappoint, but you're only getting a short excerpt of this Patreon audio. It didn't really have a very good place to stop, so I had to just sort of stop it right at the first scene transition that came up. But if you go over to Patreon, you will find another 20 odd minutes and far more mythical creatures and even a little Gaelic song. So yeah, if you are interested in that, the link to my Patreon will be in the description. I do have, as has become a customary with these Patreon preview videos, one or two things to talk about here, so you can treat this as ASMR and just, you know, not listen to me and drift off to the sound of my extremely boring voice, or you can listen. Choice is really up to you, I suppose. But first of all, I just wanted to announce to anyone who perhaps didn't know that this old man finally got Twitter. So now we have an official Pebble ASMR Twitter where I post, well, mainly rubbish, but I at least try to put in one or two important things there. So if you want to follow it, then by all means, I'll be using that as a platform to announce video uploads and any important goings on in the channel. So yeah. I also actually wanted to make a few announcements regarding a recent milestone that we all hit together, which is 35,000 subscribers, 35,000 members in our little community on YouTube, which is something I never actually expected at all. So first of all, thank you. It's bizarre to, you know, log into YouTube every day and see that number next to my goofy pebble emoji. It doesn't compute some days, but I am very thankful that all of you take time out of your busy lives to sit down and listen to stories that I cobble together and try to try to make somewhat coherent. And yeah, thank you. So we are going to do a few milestones, like celebrations. So for example, we'll be getting some on YouTube and we'll be doing some on Patreon. So I believe that what we're doing on Patreon is we're doing another Q&A, but this time you can ask the characters questions. So we're going to do a vote on what characters you want to see at the Q&A. So like Silas or Flashpoint or the healer or the boss or Jekyll and Hyde, Frankenstein's monster, the demon, anyone really. If there's anyone who you want to see in that Q&A, then head over to Patreon and I'll put a poll up for a vote and we can get that sorted. On YouTube, however, I haven't actually got an idea of what to do for our celebration, so if you have any suggestions, then please by all means put them in the comments, and I would love to hear what you would like us to do for our celebration of welcoming so many people into our little community. So yeah, I also wanted to announce, now that we have hit this milestone, obviously I've went on about merch before, about how we've got a new line of that coming out, equally as affordable, because I don't go for all that high merch price stuff, but I'm also announcing a Pebble membership on YouTube for anyone who doesn't have Patreon. The thinking behind this was that, you know, the more people we get in our community, the harder it gets for me to respond to every message and every comment. So for those of you who are so inclined, there are different tiers to show your support for the channel, and you know, having that little badge next to your name will make it far easier for me to spot your comments and reply to them. It'll also come with a custom set of emojis that you can put in comments, and if we start doing live streams, then you know, those would come in handy there too. So essentially it's just a little extra thing to throw in there if anyone wants it. It's not a requirement. It's not, you know, I'm not saying that I won't respond to your messages if you don't have that little membership emoji. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying that if it ever did get to a point where it's really hard to reply to comments and you're noticing that, you know, for the past few videos that you've been putting messages out there and I've just not been seeing them, or I've just not been replying to them, then, you know, that could be a possible solution that makes us both happy, I suppose. So, but again, it's just a suggestion, just a little extra tidbit that I'm throwing in there just for you guys, because, you know, I like to try new things and go the extra mile for you all. So yeah, I think that's everything, but thanks again for 35,000 subscribers, 35,000 members in our little community. It does touch the heart. And yeah, I guess I will see you in the next video. I'll see you around. Love you all.